Hello, welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Saving is a disease. Hmm. And me and the wife got it bad, Doc. We got it bad. I'll tell you how bad we got it. I'm barely 2 months into retirement, and we already have an idea. We already have a number that we'd like to see in each of the bank accounts at the end of the year. I already have an idea of how much I want to save over and above the buffer I already have built in. I mean, is that not sick or what? What got me thinking about this was when I done my morning weigh in here at the house, uh, which by the way I was 213, I think, which is I hadn't lost anything, but I ain't gained anything yet either. So that's a good point. But I really haven't given it much effort. I've been thinking about it, learning about it, trying out some things, and I guess from about here and here on out is when I really get serious with it. But I always save my change. I always have a pocket full of change. Once I weighed myself, I said, I probably got a pound worth of daggone change in my pocket. So I weighed it just to be sure. It come out to about 12 ounces. I was pretty close. And that's something I've always done since I was a kid. I've always kept my change. I've separated it and kept my pennies in one pile and my silver money in another pile. And I got I guess it's a water bottle like you'd see on one of them drink machines in an office or something, probably a foot and a half tall, and I don't know, 2 or 3 feet around. I don't know if it's 5 gallon or 7 gallon of water it is. And that thing, we over the years we probably, well, I know I've bought a couple of set of tires with it, and we went on vacation one time with the money out of it too. So it adds up. It's just something I've always done, and there's no need in it. You know, we should be okay the way we got things figured. And I got a buffer built in, and I got a 2.5, 3% raise in my expenses baked into the program, which I don't really hold with, but it's just what I've got. It's been my experience with the people I know, mom and dad, and uncles and aunts, and some of the people I help out, that they don't spend more each year, at least not 2.5, 3% more. They just don't. I figure the first 5, 10, 12 years maybe. But once you hit about 70, in my experience, with the people I know, it levels out and starts dropping off. It just does. But I got it baked in right on through retirement. So, I shouldn't have too much trouble with any of that stuff. We shouldn't, barring anything catastrophic. It's just the way we are. And when I got out of high school in the early '80s, I went over to Hawaii for a couple of weeks. Enjoyed the snot out of it. Loved it to death. I really did. Got to see all the touristy things, and then I went ahead and just kind of hung out on the beach and stuff. I enjoyed it. Really did. I'd like to take the baby back. She's never been. But, well, I mean, when we were little in the '70s, everybody was going to Hawaii. I mean, Fred Sanford went, and George Jefferson, they went. The Brady's went. Elvis done a daggone concert from there. It was televised live on TV. Don Ho had a daggone TV show here on it. I don't know if they carried it where anybody else lives at or not, but they carried it here. Had to pause it. The baby wanted to holler at me through the window up yonder. And so I was just fascinated by the place and wanted to go. But it took me a long time to get over spending that money to go on that trip. 17, 18-year-old kid. uh, concerned about spending that kind of money. I'm telling you, man, it's a disease, and we got it bad. And this is something that I've always known was going to give us trouble in retirement. It's going to be the one thing we're going to have to work on. You know, it doesn't matter that we got the money that we can spend on things. It's the replacement factor for me. You know, when I realize, hey, I spent $1,000 for something, first thing I'm thinking is, how long did it take me to save that kind of cash? You know, how am I going to, how long is it going to take me to put that money back in there? That spending down of your assets is hard. I'm not going to lie. Even knowing that the whole time I worked, the money I put in my 401, IRA, in the brokerage account or whatever, was for the express purpose of spending when I no longer was working. It don't make it any easier. It just doesn't. And we'll never get over it. There is no cure for it. You just have to learn how to live with it. And that's going to be hard for us in retirement. Now, we ain't having too much trouble now. We had to buy a water heater. Sometime this year, we're going to have to buy a daggone wash machine. Um, little things pop up here and there. But, I mean, we just have to rationalize it in our head. And that's the thing about that water bottle. But when I was at work, sometimes I'd buy me a candy bar, snack cake, or something at the machine. And that's the way I justified being able to do it. Because I knew whatever change I got out of it, I was going to stick in that jug. That's what we have to do to get over it. I don't know. It's a hard one. It really is. We'll never get over it. We just never will. We'll learn how to deal with it and get a little bit more comfortable with it. It's all we can do. I'm telling you, man, a couple sick individuals down here. Well, y'all be good. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend.